Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today we're gonna be doing things a little differently. So usually for my videos, it's basically just been me, just sitting here playing games and I give some commentary about my play. So thought that maybe we should switch that up a little bit today. So today we're gonna try a bit of deck building. Specifically we're gonna be doing Dragon Highlander Priest. So as you guys know, I'm mostly a WoW player. I really enjoy playing Priest, and I love dragons. It's something like, I don't know, childhood kind of stuff. I think they're cool and all that. So yeah, Dragon Highlander Priest. I'm not too sure about the win rate. May not be as good as a conventional Highlander Priest deck, but it's definitely a lot of fun. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the deck building. So obviously for a Dragon Highlander deck, we want our Highlander cards in first. I mean, otherwise they kind of defeats the purpose, right? So, Kazakus, Raza, Zephrys, Reno. Dragon Queen is kind of a contentious card because it's a dragon. It has a powerful battle cry effect if your deck doesn't run any duplicates. So yeah, it seems like an auto include, but the problem I have with Dragon Queen is that it's just too slow. It's at 9 mana, and right now the WoW meta is just incredibly aggressive. So you could run this card if you are facing a lot of control, very value matchups. Where you need very value based matchup where you just need to outvalue your opponents. And yeah, Dragon Queen does an excellent job in that department, but given how aggressive the state of the WoW meta is right now, I don't think it's a good idea to include this card, so I won't be adding this card in my version of this deck list. And of course, if you want to pull off machine gun combos, we need our Shadow Reaper Enduing. And right now, we want this to be a dragon deck, so obviously we're gonna need some dragons. So adding a Cleric of Scales because it synergizes with dragons. It helps you to cycle a card, and that helps you hit the combo pieces faster. So yeah, good card, but definitely got included. Twilight Whelp, a pretty solid one drop. Dustbreaker, really powerful bot clear. If you guys remember back in Kobolds and Catacombs when you first released, yes, this card was pretty much single-handedly saving priests against aggressive decks. And yeah, as we've mentioned, with the aggressive WoW meta, we definitely want Dustbreaker. Draconic Operative, again, really good card, paying 5 mana for 5/6, so you get vanilla stats on top of a very powerful battle cry. So yeah, I think this card needs to be in the deck. My last two picks for dragons are like 5-drop dragons. That's Azure Drake and Big Owell because they help you to cycle cards, and yeah, we all love cycling, right? So yeah, we're gonna add them in. And lastly, we're gonna add in Cobalt Spellkin because adding priests have some very solid 1-drop spells. You have Holy Smite, you have Renew, they are all really good cards. And Cobalt Spellkin is also a dragon, and that helps to activate some of our other cards. So yeah, right now we have like 1, 2, 3, we have 6 dragons, which is probably enough for us to run our stuff. Yes. So we've got our dragons, we've got our Highlander package settled. And as we have mentioned just now, WoW right now is a very aggressive meta, so we want to be running bot clears to, counter such aggressive decks. So the first one that I really like is Spirit Lash. I mean, lifesteal, deal 1 damage to all minions, all for 2 mana. It can clear your opponent's board and also help to heal you. So yeah, enough said. Given that we're running a lot of dragons, I think Breath of the Infinite is a pretty good card too. If you think about it, it's sort of a better Demon Wrath in that sense because Demon Wrath can't damage demons, and right now I think the discard Zoolock is still a very popular deck list, but Breath of the Infinite is doing a very good job in that department. And going with our dragon team, Dragon Fire Potion is a very solid card. 6 mana, deal 5 damage to all. To me, that's kind of like a better flame strike because we run quite a bit of dragons, so this card generally won't affect us as much as it would affect our opponents. Other board clears that I would like is the Mass Hysteria, a 5 mana card which usually can help you clear an entire board, so yeah, pretty good. And of course, lastly, the one card that we definitely want is Psychic Scream. Probably one of the most powerful board clears in the game because you pay 7 mana, you clear your opponent, not just your opponent actually, basically the entire board. So yeah, kind of the same effect as Twisting Nether, but 1 mana cheaper, and shuffling all this into your opponent's deck basically just dilutes their draw, it messes their draw up, and that usually can help to buy you some time until you hit your combo pieces. So yeah, Psychic Scream is a must have. Lastly, well, not exactly a board clear, but still a very good card that you want to include, Mass Dispel. Silence all enemy minions, draw a card. Obviously, drawing a card helps you to cycle, and yeah, we like cycling because you want to hit our combo pieces. And silencing is also a really useful tool now because a lot of aggressive decks now, let's say even Shaman, aggro Druid, what they like to do is to jam small minions that don't really pose a big threat, but they have cards to buff it, and once it's buffed, it can do a lot of damage to you, and that's why we want Mass Dispel to deal with that. So we've got our dragons, our Highlander package, and our board clear. Right now, I suppose what we need are some hard removals. So in that sense, I think the 2 classic Shadow Word cards, they will never let you down. But then, okay, I suppose they do let you down sometimes because they can't target minions with 4 attack. So for that, we need like Forbidden Words. And of course, being the new expansion, we want to run some cards for the new expansion, right? So the 2 cards that really stood out to me for Priest in this new expansion is Insight and Palm Reading. I mean, Insight, you are basically tutoring a minion, and its low cost means that it's very, very easy to corrupt it. So yeah, so a good card for cycling. And Palm Reading is just really, really powerful spell. I'm actually quite surprised that it's only a rare because you pay 3 mana to discover a spell which could potentially save you, and you discount the cost of spells in your hand, and the deck's not complete yet, but as you can already see, we do run quite a few spells, including some expensive ones like Scream, and yeah, Palm Reading can help you cheat out these spells earlier. Now for some other cards that we like, I really like running Brann, because we have a lot of Battlecry cards, Zephrys, Kazakus. Brann with Kazakus is just disgusting. It helps you discover just create very powerful potions, and that can sometimes just win you the game. Yeah, and another card I like now is Dirty Rat because, well, the thing with WoW is that although, like I've said, currently the meta is very aggressive, but you also get really polarized matchups where you have very aggressive decks like Aggro Druid, and you also have very control based decks like let's say Reno Lock, or even combo decks like Mechatoon, any Mechatoon deck. And Dirty Rat can sometimes just single-handedly win you these games if you pull out some of their key combo pieces. So yeah, I think Dirty Rat is a key inclusion in this deck. So as for what else, we've got 5 card slots now, so I think we're going to add in more cards to help with our survivability. So Northshire Cleric, really solid 1-drop. There's a reason why it has moved to the Hall of Fame, because solid stats, solid effect. Yeah, it's just really good card. Potion of Madness is a very solid anti-aggressive tool. And I also like to run Penance because, well, it heals, it deals damage, it's just really solid card. Yeah. And another card that we run is obviously Shadow Visions because, well, it's a solid card. Yeah. Helps you discover more copies of your spells, and that can sometimes help you clear a board. It's just a very situational card. And the last card, as you can see we have 39 cards in already. The last card that I would like to add is the Spawn of Shadows, because inspire deal 4 damage to each hero. Once you have got the whole Shadow Reaper combo, this card is just nuts. It can just help you blow past heavy armored enemies, like I say Baku warriors or druids, more control based druids. So yeah, this is a must have card in this deck. So yeah, as you guys can see, this is the final version of this deck. I'll be including the deck code for this deck in the video description down below. And for those of you who are thinking of trying this deck, well, for the legendaries, yeah, I'm sorry, Shadow Reaper, Reno, Raza, all these, they're pretty much the core of the deck. So those are not cards that you will want to remove at all. Yeah, Brann is optional, because I guess I'm being a little greedy by adding Brann. It's definitely not a key card. If you don't want to run Brann, it's perfectly fine. You can just remove it for either another dragon, or if you're facing a lot of aggressive decks, another bot clear, more heals, stuff like that. You could maybe cut it for a Zelex. Zelex is a very solid card. It does pretty much everything, can heal, can clear. Yeah, and for Psychic Scream, it's an expensive bot clear, but yeah, I think it's a very key card. So again, I wouldn't recommend that you cut this. And yeah, the rest of the cards are pretty much okay. So yeah, that's it for our deck building. So now we have discussed the theory of this deck, we should just get to the practical side and play some games. Right now we are against a Warlock. I think the most common form of Warlocks now are like the discard Zoolock. Cube Locks are still around, so I think we just mulligan the Azure Drake. Dustbreaker and Insights are solid cards in their own right, so okay, Northshire is a good draw. So if he's playing and Disco Lock, I think we're a pretty good hand. I don't think I want to jam the Northshire, because problem with us jamming this is that if he's a control deck, he'll have a way to remove it. And if he's an aggressive deck, they usually play a Flame Imp on turn 1, and their 3-2 can contest with our 1-3 pretty well, so I think we just pass here. Okay, so this guy's probably like some kind of control based lock, so again we'll just pass here. I'm not really drawing solid cards, so I think we'll just heal and pass. This might actually be a good thing for us. He might, this might make him think that we are like big priests and change his playstyle accordingly. Suppose to get kind of a Void Collar. Yep. Okay. Things aren't looking too good for us, because the problem with us playing Pain is that if we help him cheat out a big demon, and if he cubes that, then yeah, well, it's pretty much impossible for us to regain the board. Yeah, I mean our draw is really very terrible. I think we just heal and pass. Next time we can go Azure Drake, then that at least corrupts our insight and helps us cycle a little bit. Okay, so he probably has like okay, the Dreadnought. Dreadnought's quite annoying because, Anduin can clear the 5-7, but then the 5-5 just pops out. And there's not much we can do about it. Right now we're in a pretty bad spot because... Oh, he just tempo it now. Oh, this guy is smart. He knows he can't afford to let me drag this game towards the late game because I will just kill him. We drew Raza, but that's not going to do much for us now. Dragon Fire doesn't clear his stuff. For 4 mana, Zephrys can give us a Hex, right? If we Hex this, we still can't clear it. We could Hex and Shadow Word Pain this so that heals us to 13 and then we heal face. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the best option we've got now. We could take a Ruin, right? Ruin clears this too, we can bump. Yeah, I think Ruin is better. Yeah, I think it's pretty key for us to clear the Doomguard because we don't want him to Q-beat and, you know, Dark Pack and then he deals 15 to our face. We don't really mind him getting the heal now because he's at full health anyway, so yeah. Alright. Yeah, I suppose Dragon Fire is just the way to go. I mean, I suppose right now our main issue will just be about stabilizing. If he plays nothing next time, we can gem Raza, and then we just need to draw Enduring, and we'll probably win the game. But for now, the problem is fighting for the bot because we know he has some big demons in hand. He's already played a coin though, so if he has a second Dreadnought, it'll probably take him a while to play that. Okay, that's fine. That's actually pretty good for us because it gives us a clear board to play Raza. Yep, so we just Raza, heal, inside. That's pretty good. Yeah, we just gem the whelp. Okay, we're starting to regain the board now. And yeah, right now we just need Anduin, right? Okay, that's not good for us. Okay, he didn't hit the Doomguard though, so I suppose that's good. Suppose now we have a decision to make. We could paint this and play like Dustbreaker, that kills our guy, but we clear his board and we can just bump it here. Could also start with this, but we don't want to, but he has nothing good that we can steal, right? I mean, Plague of Flames could be good, but then that leaves us with no real way to clear his 1/3s. So yeah, I think that is just the best play we can do. I think you'd rather go for the cycle because I think that's more important. Okay, Dirty Rat. Don't want to play that. Not as good in this matchup because we don't want to help him cheat out demons for free. I mean, the good thing about the Northshire is that he has to respect it because otherwise I'll gain a lot of card draw from it. So he'll probably trade into this. Oh wait, he'd rather trade the Dustbreaker? Okay. Right. Okay, that's the Mal'Ganis. Whoa. guy's playing really aggressively. Okay, that's a good draw. Suppose we can start with this, right? See if we get something good. I think Dark Sky is pretty good, so yeah, we're gonna keep that. We def that. Forbidden words this. Okay, now all I have to do is to pray because he didn't discard Gudan. So if this is Gudan, we'll probably die because he summons 2 Doom Guards and he just smacks us. Oh, he just top decked it. That's just great. Yeah, if he gets 2 Doom Guards, we are just dead. Oh, he only got 1. Okay, but things are still not looking too good because he has 25 on board. Still haven't hit Enderrain or Psychic Scream. I mean, don't have much of a choice, right? I suppose we just start with palm reading. Soul Mirror helps us survive, right? So we get, it goes from left to right, so we'll probably bump the Dustbreaker in first. We get his Doom Guard. Yeah, Soul Mirror is probably the best we've got. Bump this in. Soul Mirror. Yes, we just hit that. Okay, that was a close one, but we're not completely out of the woods yet, so to speak. He still has probably... Oh, he's played both Doom Guards. Oh, he's played both of everything. And we're good. So he discarded Nazov, so unless his deck runs the minion that can add discarded minions back, I think we're quite safe. Yeah, I think he overcommitted a lot in terms of trying to kill us quick. But then he's still in Gudan. Gudan's pure power is just really good, so we have Reno to buy us some time, but we really need to draw our Shadow Reaper ASAP. Otherwise, he might just be able to kill us. I mean, him trading the Doom Guard is good because we can just Spirit Lash and kill it. I must feed now. Yeah, so he's kind of helping us by making all his minions go to 1. We could start with a Mass Dispel, right? That stops this guy from summoning a 5/5. So again, yeah, he has played both Doom Guards, both Void Callers, both Dreadlords, both Void Lords. So yeah, I think we're good. So we start off with Mass Dispel. Kazaka's a great draw. Use Spirit Lash. I think we just jam Kazakus. Yeah, I think we want the card draw. You can just ignore his 1/1 demons, right? Because they don't really do much, and I don't really care about him playing 24 Hours Cube on these White Walkers too. He has like 3 cards in hand, so we know one of them is Dark Skies. Probably has a Plague of Flames too, he might play that now, right? could get Penance. I think we just save this. He doesn't have much minions left, right? So yeah, I think it's safe to just play the potion. Okay, Whelp is a great draw. Okay, but at our bottom 6 cards, still no Anduin, but that's okay. I think we still have enough value to win this game, so yeah, we're good. Because cube orcs, they primarily just rely on all their big demons, and so yeah, his big demons are all gone already, so we should be good. Okay, bottom 5. Suppose Divine Spirit is the best, right? We don't really want to take Excavated Evil because we don't want to help him survive fatigue. Shadow Form is useless because we're gonna go Shadow Reaper and Anduin, so I suppose that's just the best. Kinda want a Dirty Rat and see what he has. He can't possibly have big minions left, right? Yeah, I don't think I'll be punished for doing this. Yup, that's a good one to pull out actually. Yeah, I think we're in a pretty good position. He still has like a Dark Sky, but that can't clear my board. And once we hit Anduin, he has no resources left to just fight back, so yeah. This card made his mulligan really long. I wonder what that is. I mean, it might be a defile if he's biting. Yeah. Oh no. Okay, so we heal. Smack face with this first. Bring out our Anduin. Yeah, and we can just start smacking him. I mean, we just take the cheap spell. He's pretty much dead the next turn unless he can find a way to heal himself back fully. Even if he heals back, if we hit Spawn of Shadows, he's still dead, so yeah.
Well played.
Oh, so you're Dark Skies the whole time. Alright. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, we kind of got lucky just now with the Soul Mirror discovery, but still, yeah, as you can see, this deck is just really good, very solid, and also really fun with all that, you know, that dragon synergy.